Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. This is long overdue. Oops, I'm trying to crisscross my legs. But today is May 8th, and by the title you can tell this is an April recap. And then it's also going to be the rest of my what sold. Sorry, I was just reading something, a notification. The rest of what sold in April that I hadn't gone over. So yeah, let's see. It's from, back from April 17th until the end of the month. So there's a few sales that I'll be going over. So this is going to be a what sold and then an April recap overall. So I think what I'm going to do is start with what sold, and then I'll give you what I actually made overall. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'll put the pictures, don't mind my messy dresser, but okay. First off, we have this, and I'm not gonna give dates or anything because I don't really see the significance of the date. And just you have the month, and I think that's good enough, right? Okay, so we have Fabletics Black Oasis Twist Padded Sports Bra, women's medium, workout, athleisure, sold on eBay. And if you guys remember from my other what solds, when I'm telling you what it's sold for, the eBay price anyways, it's what the buyer paid plus the shipping they paid with it. Just so you're aware. So the buyer paid $24.57 after fees and shipping. I made $16.67. And then another thing is I'm only doing sales. I think I only did them $15 and over. I'm not sharing all of my sales because you guys know I have a lot of very low dollar sales, as I'm weeding out bad and old inventory. So yeah, I have a lot of sales, just they're not all super great profit. Okay, so this one I don't know when I bought this. Oh, you know what? This one actually was a recent item. It was a very quick flip. I just forgot to write, because in my description on Vendu, I write the month and the year that I listed it. It does look like I created the listing in April. So that was a really quick flip. Okay, and then we have this Athleta Cabo Beachside Linen Striped Shorts, women's 8, athleisure, vacation travel, sold on Poshmark for $20, so I made a profit of $16. And that one was listed in October of 2024. So that wasn't a super quick flip, but I still feel like I did a decent profit on that. I gotta figure out where I am. Okay, and then I sold these Wranglers Vintage Jeans Men's 32 by 29. And I have for keywords barn, chore, outdoors, cowboy, country, western, sold on Poshmark for $20, and I made $16 on those. Those were listed in February of this year, so that only took a couple months to flip. And then we have this Torrid Gray Wool Blend Shawl Collar Trench Peacoat, women's 2X, quiet, luxury, and cozy. Sold on eBay. Sorry, the buyer paid $46.77. And my profit was $34.20. So this was another quick flip. I actually just listed this in April, and it was this is a good example as to why you can go ahead. Why personally I like to list things even if it's not in season, because it will still sell, especially winter stuff and coats and stuff like this. I know for me, a lot of times I will end up trying to find a coat anyways, after the winter, because I'm I just don't want my coat anymore. I don't know. So yeah, this was a super quick flip. made a decent profit on it, and I am very happy with that sale. But yeah, don't shy away from listing things out of season, because yeah, it sometimes it'll sit, of course, but sometimes you can make a sale. Okay, then we have these American Eagle distressed curvy mom jeans, size women's 8, long, normcore casual cowgirl. And I sold these on Depop for $18.71, so I made $17.33. And I love getting a pair of long jeans, because it's always a quick, easy flip when they're a size long. And these were listed in January of this year. Next up, we actually have a bundle sale. It was sold on a bundle sale on Poshmark for $30, and I made $24. It was 6 pieces. Let me go find that, actually. Find that bundle, because I don't. Okay, so so the bundle, it was all very low dollar items. So these are bundles that I absolutely love, that I can make a decent profit, but also weed out a lot of old items that are very cheap. So first up, we have this woman's pearl, and I can't even read the whole title, but it's was a t-shirt for $5. I have another Forever 21 t-shirt for $6. Universal thread, just like a tank top, for $5. There's a Zaro rainbow striped v-neck t-shirt for $7. Then this speckled Cobby long sleeve shirt, it was a very old one, that was $8. And then this American Eagle black and white plaid looking shirt for $10. So the person probably, I'm assuming, sent me a $30 offer, and I of course accepted, because that's all stuff that probably would have gotten donated. So I am very happy to see that it all sold. Okay, then I have this New With Tags Express snakeskin print side slit silky midi dress, women's extra large coquette, sold on Poshmark for $20. I made $4. I think this was listed a little bit higher. I did accept a lower offer, but it was listed in March of this year, so only a month it took to flip. Okay, let's scroll on down. Okay, then we have this New With Tags Page Skyline skinny Glio jeans, women's 24, casual normcore urban streetwear, sold on Poshmark for $24, and I made $19.20. Page jeans are, well, these were New With Tags, but sometimes you got to be careful with Page jeans, because they tend to they get the dimples in the crotch area very easily. Yeah, and I think these are old. Yeah, Paige just isn't, it used to be like a really good flip, but it's just not anymore. Let's see. So I don't have a date, which means it was older than like August of last year. Okay, what am I doing? And then I sold this Abercrombie and Fitch Fisherman cable knit wool button-down sweater vest, women's medium, sold on Poshmark for $19, so I made $15.20. This one was listed in March of 25, so another quick flip. And then, by the way, when I'm saying it's a quick flip, all of my inventory, I keep forgetting to tell you where I got things. Honestly, it's like all from the bins, so just so you're aware, if you're wondering. Unless I said like that, those Page jeans were from a New Tags Nordstrom Rack palette that I got a while back, and which was a horrible palette, actually. I made my money back, I think, but that was about it. I probably profited now, but I got that palette so long ago. And then next we have this Ted Baker London Navy Pika halter one-piece swimsuit, women's 3, poolside vacation, sold on Poshmark for $30, and I made $24. And that was actually, that was nice to see, because this swimsuit, I have had this for quite a while. I forgot where I got it. I think I ordered some stuff from a certain, I don't know how I found this person, but she sold like mystery boxes, and I remember it was really good. It was a really good box, actually, and I couldn't, when I went back, it was like Purple Lavender or something was the name, and I think she only like maybe she was getting rid of stuff, I don't know, but it was a really good box. But this swimsuit did obviously sit for quite some time, probably a good couple years, but it did still sell for $30, so not too bad. And then we have this Jules Sophia Pink Floral Tall Rain Boots. The washer's done, if you guys can hear that. Women's 8 Outdoor Chic Barn Chore, sold on Poshmark for $25, and I made $20 on this. And these came from a church sale. Yes, they came from a church sale. So they were actually listed in April of 25, the same month. And I've been really liking, I just went to a church sale recently and did, I think, pretty well. You guys will have seen a haul already. Then I have this Torridge Vintage Satin Beaded Tank Top, floral tank top, women's 2X Y2K Coquette Fairy Ethereal, sold on eBay. Buyer paid $28.67, and I made a profit of $20.03. This I got at the bins, and I knew it was going to be worth something. It actually was listed in April. It was listed, I was going to say this month, but we're in May. It was listed in April and sold in April. So I just I'm like, when I seen the tag, I'm like, that is vintage or Y2K, whatever. But I could just tell it was going to be a good flip. So happy with that one. And then I sold this lot of 2 Alpine Design Cargo Capri Pants, women's large, Gorpcore Hiking Outdoors, sold on Poshmark for $25, and I made a profit of $20. These I got at the bins as well. They were the same size and like the same pair of pants except different colors, so I just went ahead and lotted them up, and I listed those in February of 25. So nice quick flip. Then there is this Burlington Alecia vintage nightgown dress, women's medium coquette ethereal, sold on Depop for $23.57. I made $15.16. Let me see what this is. This was listed in November of 24. So I sat on this for a little while, but still a pretty good profit, in my opinion. And then I have this New Tags Democracy Flexilent Floral Convertible Utility Crop Pants, women's 16. Sold on eBay. The buyer paid $30.49. I made a profit of $20.91. These were also a quick flip. No, they weren't. I guess I had listed them in December of 2024. So not a super quick flip, but still for me, that's a good flip. In my opinion. And then I have this Lauren Conrad Floral Ruffle Cottage Core Dress, women's extra large ethereal cottage fairy, sold on Poshmark for $20. I made $16. And I typically do not pick up Lauren Conrad, to be honest, but this was a really cute style, so I knew it would do well. Oh, but it does look like I listed it in November of 24. But, I mean, we're coming into the season, so I listed it, technically it would have been out of season. So, yeah, that was definitely a style-based pickup, and I got that from the bins. Then I have this new Free People Beach Homecoming Pink Wide Leg Smocked Linen Jumpsuit, women's extra small, sold on eBay. The buyer paid $46.29, and I made $33.82. I think, let's see, I want to say this was returned due to fit, and then as soon as I listed it, someone bought it. I'm pretty sure, but it was listed in March of 2025. So, nice quick flip. Okay, and then I have these soft surroundings, chambray tunic top, women's extra large, 20099. That's probably the style number. Leg and Look Boho Chic Coastal sold on eBay. Buyer paid $27.66 and I made $18.70 as a profit, which is pretty good for soft surrounding these days. I feel like they don't sell for the crap. So it's cool to see this chambray top too. And I picked it up from the bins. I posted it in March of 25. I listed it. And I just had heard a YouTuber talk about how those chambray tops are doing well. Okay, then I sold this Ralph Lauren striped classic pajama set, women's small, lounge, cozy, preppy, sold on eBay. Buyer paid $30.26. I made $20.78. These I got from the Salvation Army. I had a haul. I only went there once. I do want to go again. I did like that place. I don't know, it doesn't tell me when I listed it, but I do know they were a quick flip. But I was thinking that I was going to get more for them than what I actually got, so I'm still happy with because I think I paid $5 for those, so, and then my profit was $20.78, so my profit would be like $15, but I'm still good with a $15 profit. Okay, then we have these Eddie Bauer 1132 cargo athletic lightweight capri pants, women's 6 Gorpcore hiking, sold on eBay. Buyer paid $25.58. I made $16.33. And these were listed in December of 2024. Eddie Bauer is a brand that I always want to think is going to do well. I don't know why, what about it, but I always want to think it's going to do well because it's like I think that Gorpcore things are like, they were trending at one point. I don't know that they still are. But yeah, I just always want to pick Eddie Bauer up. And it's like, I have to tell myself not, like, don't pick it up because unless it's really significant because it just does not move. Granted, I listed in December and I'm good with that, time frame. But I just have a lot of items that just don't move. Okay. Then I have this LL Bean full zip blue fleece jacket, women's medium outdoor Gorpcore cozy camping, sold on eBay. Buyer paid $28.29. I made $17.42. This was a very quick flip. I listed it in the same month that it sold, so it listed it in April. Okay, and then I know this was a quick flip. This was Orvis Buzz Off Insect Shield button down long sleeve shirt, men's large outdoors, sold on eBay. Buyer paid $25.31. I made a profit of $16.71. I'm pretty sure, let's see when that was listed. Yep, it was listed in April. I do remember that sold really quick, so nice. Then I have this Cabi Victoria lined floral button tank top blouse, $59.11, which is style number. Women's medium Easter, sold on Poshmark for $20 and I made $16. I probably had Easter in there because it was before Easter and I wanted to get it sold for Easter. Let's see. I listed it in February of 25. So that was a nice quick flip because Cabi is kind of, I don't know, hit or miss. Okay. Then I have this Disney Mickey and Minnie Mouse t-shirt nightgown, women's 3 extra large, lounge casual sleep. Sold on eBay. Buyer paid $27.44. I made $16.75, which actually is a pretty good profit for that. I personally would have thought. I listed it in January of 2025. So nice. Okay. Then I have these Nike running sneakers. I got like the style stuff. Men's 10 athleisure workout comfort walking, sold on eBay. I made $32.54 and the buyer paid that, and then I made $20.58. I think these were listed a while ago. I'm pretty sure these came from a shoe palette I got, which I did really good on that shoe palette. I think it was from Jomar, but I believe Jomar is no longer. Okay, then we have these Vans Chino work pants, men's 32, career, office, business, workwear, preppy, corporate. Sold on Poshmark for $20. I made $16. And I actually just picked up another pair because these had sold. And I listed them in February 25. So when I was at the bins, I found a tan pair. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get those because I just sold a pair. Okay, then I have this J. Jill Love Linen Floral Tropical Caribbean Spring t-shirt, women's large, coastal. Ooh, I need an energy drink. Sold on eBay. Buyer paid $23.87 and I made a profit of $15.89. Let me see exactly which one that is. Oh yeah, this one this was a pretty one. I actually, well, I don't know. I felt like I could have gotten more for this one because it just was a really pretty one. But it was listed in the same month that it sold. So that was a nice, really quick flip. And then I have this Eddie Bauer orange waffle knit Henley long sleeve shirt, men's extra large tall, outdoors chore. Sold on eBay, buyer paid $27.54. I made $15.93. Here's another Eddie Bauer sale, so that's pretty good. But it was a tall size, so I'm sure that helped a lot. And that was actually listed in April as well, so nice. Another really quick flip for the month, and then I have 3 more sales. I have these Can button fly distressed skinny jeans, women's 31, normcore casual streetwear, sold on Poshmark for $20 and I made $16. Also, the Eddie Bauer stuff I got at the bins, and the J. Jill Love Linen t-shirt that I got at a garage sale for like $1. Okay, the Can jeans were listed in April of 25, and I also got these at the bins. I have to try to remember to say where I got things. Okay, vintage B Smart cowl neck floral cap sleeve Kelly green dress, woman's 8, fairy Y2K, sold on eBay, buyer paid $44.57. I made a profit of $34.51. This was definitely a style-based pickup, like very, very Y2K. I listed it in February of 25. I figured it would sell on, I picked it up at the bins. I figured it would sell on eBay, Depop, because a lot of these Y2K style dresses do really well over there, but wherever it's sold, I made a good profit, so I don't care. Okay. Last but not least, last one. And this one, I feel like I really could have held out and got more money for it. So I don't know why I didn't, but whatever. It's Time for Me embroidered floral heavy shawl cardigan, women's 2X boho chic fairy. Sold on eBay. The buyer paid $27.54 and I made $16.24. This one was listed in the same month. It was listed in April, and I think I listed for like $35. They sent me a $25 offer and I just accepted it. But to be completely honest, I wish I would have. I do really think I could have gotten more and I should have held out. But like, I know we're getting out of the season, but it was a very, very nice cardigan. So I do think I could have gotten closer to that 35, but whatever. It's nothing to dwell on now. Okay, so I just have to add one more item I totally forgot because I was going through. I'm like, oh, this was another good flip. But it was this Wilson's leather Maxima pink coat, women's large vintage Barbiecore punk festival. I sold that on Poshmark for $40 and I made $32. And this I actually got at the bins. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I'm just holding it because I just want to do this one sale. Let me see when I listed it. I know it was a quick flip. Yeah, I listed in April and it sold in April. So I swear, every time I do these what sold videos, I always end up forgetting something and then I have to come back on here. But yeah, just wanted to pop in quick. So that's those are all my sales for April. You guys would have seen my sales earlier in the month in 2 separate videos. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get on a better schedule here for how I'm doing these what solds. They're just kind of random. I don't think you guys probably care, but whatever. So let's just go over my numbers, the most exciting part for April. My gross profit for April was $4,002.13, which is really cool. But that doesn't matter because I have shipping, I have fees, returns, all that. And after all of that, my net profit was $2,536.42, which is actually, for me, it's really good. Like, I feel like, I know some people they can make $5,000 easily a month in net profit, but I'm really happy with a $2,500 profit. So that's awesome. And then I also I don't do cost of goods when I do my books. So what I do is I add up how much I spent on inventory in the month. So what I spent on inventory that month was $325.81. So my ending profit for the month of April, drum roll please, it's $2,210.61. So that was exciting because let's see, March I made, okay, let's go. January was $1,700, April was $1,500, March was $2,100, and now April was $2,200. So as long as we're moving upwards, I'm not that much more than, and like last month I did spend a little more though on inventory, but I don't know. Regardless, I'm really happy with what I've made. For me, I'm progressing. So those are my numbers. I will probably come out here with another What Sold here soon for the beginning of May. But as of right now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.